It was 1777. The American Revolution was hanging by a thread. Washington's army was starving. The British were advancing from all sides. Many believed the dream of independence was already dead. But in the northern wilderness of New York, a battle was brewing. A battle that would decide whether the United States would even exist. The British, led by General John Burgoyne, had a plan, a bold one. His army would march south from Canada, cut through New York and split the colonies in two. If successful, the rebellion would be crushed. The British Empire would remain unstoppable. But one thing stood in his way: a ragtag group of rebels under General Horatio Gates, and a man whose name would burn through history, Benedict Arnold. The British were confident. They had thousands of trained soldiers, artillery, and native allies. The Americans, under-equipped, underfed, and outnumbered. Yet what they lacked in weapons, they made up for in desperation. As dawn broke on September 19, 1777, smoke and gunfire filled the forests near Saratoga. The first clash, the Battle of Freeman's Farm, would set the stage for one of the most important victories in American history. But no one, not even Washington, knew that this was the moment that would change the fate of the Revolution forever. As gunfire echoed through the trees, the British line advanced with precision. But the Americans refused to break. They fired from behind trees, trenches, and broken fences, using the land as their greatest weapon. For hours, the battle raged. Smoke blinded both sides. Soldiers fought hand-to-hand in the mud and blood. And at the center of it all, Benedict Arnold, defiant, furious, unstoppable. Against orders, he led his men straight into the chaos. "Hold the line," he shouted, charging toward British cannon fire. His courage, or madness, turned the tide. The British were forced to retreat, shocked by the ferocity of a rebel army they once mocked. But the victory came at a cost. Thousands of lives lost on both sides. The fields of Saratoga were painted in red and smoke. Yet that day proved something the world refused to believe. America could stand against the might of an empire. A few weeks later, the British tried again. October 7, 1777, the Battle of Bemis Heights. The Americans struck first this time. Arnold, despite being removed from command, rode into battle anyway, disobeying orders, driven by fury and pride. He led the charge that broke Burgoyne's army once and for all, and when the smoke cleared, the impossible had happened. The British surrendered. For the first time, the United States had defeated a world superpower. The surrender at Saratoga sent shockwaves around the world. The news reached Europe and changed everything. France, inspired by America's unlikely victory, decided to join the war. They sent ships, troops, and money, transforming the revolution from a rebellion into a global war for freedom. Without Saratoga, there would be no French alliance, no American victory, no independence. Even British generals later admitted, Saratoga was the day we lost America. And yet one of its heroes, Benedict Arnold, would later betray the country he helped save. His story is a tragedy of pride and power, but on that day at Saratoga, he was the symbol of courage, chaos, and victory. The Battle of Saratoga wasn't just a military win, it was the rebirth of hope, the proof that ordinary men fighting for freedom could defeat an empire. From that moment on, there was no turning back. The revolution would burn until the dream of America was real. History isn't just about the past. It is about the moments that defined who we are today. If you love true stories of courage, betrayal, and forgotten battles, hit subscribe, leave a comment about your favorite Revolutionary War battle, and share this video so more people discover the story that saved America. Because history only lives if we keep telling it.